Alright, hello everyone, my name is Austin, and today I'm going to teach you all how to use double angle identities to solve an expression. So you have many double angle identities. One of them is sine 2 theta. Now, for sine of 2 theta is equal to 2 sine theta times cosine theta. And for cosine 2 theta, there are three identities you may use to find each problem. So one of them would be cosine 2 theta is equal to cosine squared theta minus sine squared theta. Another one is 1 minus 2 sine squared theta. And lastly, 2 cosine squared theta minus 1. And for tangent, you have tangent 2 theta, and that is equal to 2 tangent theta divided by 1 minus tangent squared theta. Now, we're about to begin solving the problem. So a problem we can do would be cosine theta minus 4/5. And you know that 180 is less than theta, which is less than 270 degrees. And you want to find the sine of 2 theta. So the first thing you would do is you would graph this. So you know that cosine theta is equal to negative 4/5. So when you're drawing the triangle, you go over negative 4 and you would make an angle because cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse, and you know the hypotenuse is 5. And you do the dotted line, and then what you're going to do is you're going to do a squared plus b squared equals c squared. However, if you have the triangles memorized, you know that this value therefore will be 3, because 3 squared plus 4 squared is 25, because 16 plus 9 gives you 25. So that value would be 3. So now what you're going to do is you're going to do sine 2x equals 2 sine x cosine x. The reason I use x is because sometimes the theta may confuse you. So when you're solving it, you're going to plug in these numbers. So it would equal 2 times the sine of x, which is 3 over 5. And then it will be times the cosine of x, which is negative 4 over 5. Which would then get you an answer of negative 24 over 25. However, let's say you want to find the cosine of 2 theta. So what you're going to do is you're going to erase all this, and you're going to make a new problem. So this problem you could do would be cosine theta is equal to 24 over 25. And you know that 3 pi over 2 is less than theta, which is less than 2 pi. And you want to find cosine of 2 theta. So when you're drawing this, the first thing you're going to do is, you know that the cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse. So when you're drawing the triangle, you're going to draw it like this. And the adjacent is 24, and your theta would be right there. So the hypotenuse would be 25. And then you're going to do a squared plus b squared equals c squared. So you're going to do x squared plus 24 squared equals 25 squared. And that would get you x squared plus 576 is equal to 625. So then x squared will get you 49, and x would equal 7. So that value right there would equal 7. So then after you have that value right there, what you'll do next is you'll do, so you're going to try to find your sine and cosine tangent theta, so that way you can use them in the equation. So the sine of theta would equal the adjacent, so is opposite over hypotenuse, so it would be 7 over 25. And then the cosine theta is already given to us. So you're going to use the cosine formula. And me personally, I'm going to use this one because it is much easier than the other ones, and this will get us a quicker answer. You can use the other ones, but this one is what I would recommend. So you're going to do cosine 2x is equal to cosine squared x minus sine squared x. So then what you would do is you would plug in these values. So cosine 2x is equal to 24 over 25. You're going to square that minus 7 over 25 squared which would then get you 576 over 625 minus 49 over 625, which will then get you a final answer of 527 over 625, and that is how you would use the double angle identities to solve expressions.